This is James Clemens Virtual High Fives. This episode, the Chemistry Department.
Hey everyone, this is Ms. Harris in Upstairs Depot, and I've been asked to pop on really quickly and show you guys something that the chemistry teachers have been doing to collaborate and kind of share the workload this semester. So this is not me taking credit for this, but this has been a joint effort between Ms. Stinson, Ms. Steele, Ms. Horn, Ms. Phillips, and myself. And so this year in chemistry, specifically for pre-AP, we've gotten a brand new curriculum. So that means new lessons. It means teaching things in a different order that we've taught them in previously. It means teaching them in a different way, in addition to having to make them accessible in a full virtual environment. So needless to say, all that content creation definitely takes a lot of time, especially if we're wanting to give our students something that's really good quality. And so what we've done for our past 2 units is we've created a collaborative planning guide. And I'll zoom in here so you all can see it just a little better. So the first time we did it in Google Docs, but here we're using Google Slides. And what it is we first kind of start and map out how all the lessons will fall into our weeks of school. So for example, Unit 2 this time is going to take 4 total weeks, and that will take us through October 23rd. So we first start out and look at the curriculum and kind of decide, okay, what lessons can we fit in where? This time we had to make a couple modifications to the order of the curriculum, but this just puts us on kind of a streamlined structure. And one of the things that's been nice about us planning out our units together is with all of the transfer of students between virtual and face-to-face classes, students have been able to come in and pick right back up with me in my class, let's say if they've transferred from Miss Steele and her class, since we're doing sort of the same lessons every day. So once we get the unit mapped out, then we all take turns signing up for different lessons. So most of us, we try to pick a lesson that we already have either taught before or have some materials already made. And so what we do is sign up for the lesson, and we also, for virtual purposes, try to keep track of which lessons are going to be non-live or asynchronous and which ones will be live or synchronous. That way we make sure we have at least 2 live synchronous sessions going on per week. Also on the side, we're able to map out when we'll have learning checkpoints, quizzes, assessments, different things like that as well. And we also keep up with who's teaching what class on the side. So when you go to one of the lessons, the basic template structure gives you the title of the lesson, and then this is really where we get into the planning. So whoever is signed up for the lesson, they go in and fill in like just kind of a bird's eye view of the particular lesson. If there's an Alabama state standard that corresponds to it, you can put it in. And then some of the learning objectives and essential knowledge, so the key takeaways or things that the students should be able to do at the end. Also in pre-AP, something they're emphasizing this year is called areas of focus and shared principles, so we also make note of those as well. And so what this does is for the other teachers who didn't necessarily plan this lesson all the way through themselves, it gives them kind of the basic outline, the key points that they need to make sure to emphasize when teaching. Then the possible lesson skeleton is where whoever's planning the lesson kind of creates the flow for the day. So whether it's going to be a lecture and note session or whether it's going to be an interactive activity guide where students will be interacting with videos and drag and drops or typing answers to questions or doing a simulation. And so that's where it's put in. And so it's really easy when we get ready to put this into Schoology for the next week to just come, look at the lesson skeleton, make copies of whatever documents are linked, and then it's ready to go for our students. And that's another thing we do is we try to link in all of our resources. That way, again, when it's a different teacher pulling it into their Schoology class, they just get the link, make it shareable, and all that good stuff. And so we also have little notes on things that we can do to modify it virtually or modify it for in-person or Chem 1 versus pre-AP, different levels of the same class. And so this has been really helpful to us because it shared the workload while also getting us or allowing us to see how our colleagues may plan or may say something differently. And that just helps improve our teaching practice, lets us collaborate and share ideas, and also share the workload in a very busy time. So I hope this may give you guys some ideas on how you can collaborate with your fellow teachers. And so good luck on the rest of the semester. We're almost to the break.
So that's why I'm giving you a
high five.